Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P-Fong. Thinking right out here in the lab. Well, I do what I do for you. I got something nice for you today. You know how we do. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. Message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's rock. Right thinking mission. Yeah, that's what I'm on. Is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinkers way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily. Will help and will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. Right thinkers, your goal should be to know thyself. Let's work together and make that happen. I got you. Let's go. So I ask, do you know you? It's rhetorical, but if you don't have an answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not. It's simple. You can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself, and to Maya, be true. It's one of the lessons, right thinkers. You write it down, you may be in a certain state of mind, and I was in that state of mind, I guess, because right now I'm looking at this saying, what the what? So we got to try to make it do what it do. And I'd like to do this for you, so let's figure this out. Right thinkers, we're going to talk about it. Let's talk about how Nehast Enlightenment and resurrection are all one and the same. Different time frames, different people, concepts, different venues, but still the same thing. I'm trying to break that down for you. That was my goal, to get you to understand these three different philosophies, but they're all the same. So that was the idea. That was the intent. Let's see how about we pull this off. So let's start out with right thinkers. When you obtain self-knowledge through studying the Egyptian, I obtained my self-knowledge through studying the Egyptian mythologies for my psycho-spiritual development, aka enlightenment. I practiced the philosophy, the principles that they set forth. I mastered them. I became familiar with them. Why? I became like them. I told you I've been Egyptian a long time. But by doing this, you will reach what they call a state, of Nehast. That's what we call it. That's our word. There's no definition in the Webster, Wikipedia. No, they ain't got that one. They didn't took a whole lot of other stuff. They couldn't get that one. So Nehast is my favorite concept. Why? Because it means spiritual enlightenment. Through the process of what? Living, learning, and doing. That's how it's done. And when you do it for yourself, you don't have to worry about what the other person's doing. If I keep my house together, I shouldn't have to worry about my neighbor's house. So that's the concept. All that, his grass is greener. That nonsense. Okay, but we had our ancients had it right. Everybody was responsible for themselves. Why? Because at Judgment Day, that's how it goes, and they was fully aware of that. So that's the difference. Now, Nehast, again, my favorite word, it means to know thyself, but you reach that level through what? There's a way of life, and our ancient ancestors made that a way of life across the board. We got Muslims, we got Christians, we got Jews, all saying something different, but mean the same thing. And that's just spiritually ignorance. That's all. Spiritual knowledge, ignorance. If you think, well, my religion is the best way. No, if it works for you, that makes it the best for you. But somebody else might have a different opinion, a different concept. And as long as it don't infringe on you, it shouldn't bother or affect you. That's my annoyance with that nonsense. But let's get back to the lesson. Now, when you, the hell is this? Climbing the tree of life. I'm giving a lesson that. That means you're growing spiritually in degrees, so to speak. It's a process that you have to live through. When I became a mason, they want to know how long I become a master. How long it took you to master the craft. Same thing with right thing philosophy. Well, how long before I get my master? I got one master, other than myself, 5 years. So if you want to know, I personally would say 7. I give you a year for each degree, and each degree pretty much is your chakra system that's inside of you. Once you master that, that's self-mastery. That's why the Eastern religious people far better than us at knowing who they are. Nonsense. They know themselves. From what? Practicing, living it. Don't even tell us. You can't bring Americanized nonsense over there to them. Again, what's this now here now? Oh, Egyptian yoga philosophy. Purpose is to get you, the individual, to become what? One with your original self, your higher self. Why? Because you have no memory, you have no understanding of who you are. Hence, know thyself. I love that phrase. Why? Because that means if you don't put the work in to be you, you're going to get used, abused, and misused. Again, over and over until what? You realize, wait a minute, something got to change. Yeah, hello. Moving on. That's why knowledge will help things change. Lack of it is what's got us in the position we're in now. In Kemet, Egypt, whatever you want to call it, Nehast was the highest goal of all in that civilization during that period of time. Everybody wanted to reach Nehast. But that means everybody got to put their own work in to reach there. Anybody said, well, this set can have it, that set can't. Nope. You put the work in, you achieve it. That's what the concept, just a bunch of us want it. Yeah, everybody want it. How many of us reach it? That's the difference. That's where separation comes. The higher up you go, the less quick you get. It's lonely at the top. Why? Because if you do your best work, you're going to be alone. Simple as that. And if you got God, like I just told you, you ain't never alone. But because you want physical companionship, don't look for that. That's not what you're going to make you happy. Physically, yeah, but it's the inside. Trust me. Now, the daily practice of my right thing philosophy, which is the Egyptian yoga, semi-Taoist, Shita Netta, is considered religion. Why? Because I live it. Some people appreciate it. Some people it's annoying. Why? Because I'm not going to change because you want. That's the least of my concern. What you want and how you feel. If you're looking for other people to validate you, you are wrong. Simple as that. Moving on. I don't subscribe to that theory. Period. Point blank. Never did. Never will. Be your best self. Why? That's the only thing that matters. We are divine. Again, I keep driving this point. If you don't know who you are, we are divine spiritual beings in the flesh having a human experience. Come on, man. We ain't got nothing. There ain't spookism, man. No. Your mother and father got together and the generated physical force, had intercourse, created you. You become a player in the game we call life. What you do with that is on you. Excuse me. To know thyself. If they can leave us anything, that's what they left. And they had a lot of stuff. But they knew that if we can get one small phrase in, and enough people can get the concept and ride it, I'm riding it. Okay? Why? Because it's a way that you can get to what they don't want you. Yourself. Knowledge of self. That's the difference. And we instituted that from our ancestors for that purpose. And they've been hiding from us the whole time. They've been keeping it from us the whole time. They don't want black history. Why not? That's our history. They want to keep giving you that. I got nothing for that nonsense too. I'm about tired of that. Now, as a teacher, I just want the truth. I don't give a damn who gives it to me, personally. Just give me the truth. Simple as that. And if you're lying to me, could care less with you again. I'm going to be against you. Moving on. To know thyself, you have to first be what? A student Initiate is something we call it the mystery system. Why? For those outsiders, they didn't know. As a Mason, I know the concept and get it. Any occult following group, you have to be initiated in. Join the church, you gotta get baptized or whatever you gotta do. Okay, but in any order, that's part of the course. Understand that. You're no different. Now, you have to personally, you have to study when daily to put in what the work, use what you learn daily. You live it, you practice it, hence it becomes your religion. But as my brothers say, Muslim, it's not. It's the way of life. I've been telling you that since I started this damn thing. Right thing, philosophy is not a religion. It's a way of life. Why? You can live it. Sorry about that. Planting seeds of knowledge as a farmer and a teacher. My goal is to get every right thing of philosophy practicer to what? Philosophy practices to grow in what? Spiritual growth and maturity for themselves. Why? Then others will see that and they can start planting their seeds. I'm not hell bent on I just want to be the one. No, that's egoistic nonsense. If I can get 1,000 me, 2,000 me's, I'm loving that. Why? They just can't take me out and think that's the part of the movement. Nope. We got a whole bunch of other me's coming around. That's the problem I saw in our past leaders. They want to just, no, I don't need to be the leader. No. I'm going to be in the crowd. Don't worry about me. And best part about it, I got a friend, I brought him to my church. He met my pastor. My pastor never met him. I said, I'm the pastor. Nope. He just engaged with him and dealt with him. He said, oh, man. Yeah, you are who you are. You ain't got to run around and put on a damn parade about who you are. Yeah, see? Let it shine. Okay? My favorite, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. If you got light, let it shine. Simple as that. When you are ignorant, you dulling your own light. You can't shine. Why? You do it to yourself. Self-inflicted fetters. Again, moving on. Excuse me, I had to get that in. But let's talk about now. That was Nehast. Now let's get down here to the Enlightenment. Might get a little personal. The Greeks use enlightenment. That means gaining intelligence and having what? Knowledge of self. They put on all their little institutes of learning, man, know thyself. I came out of high school back in 75. Went to University of Tampa. Mastered Greek mythology. 10 years of my life, you couldn't tell me nothing. I would argue you down. Why? I was the best thinker I thought going. Why? I mastered the art of the Greek mythology. Thinking. Right thinking. Back in the day, I was drug dealing, so I used that mentality to wheel and deal through the drug game. It worked. Again, out thinking the component. Yeah, well, okay. But I took that knowledge of philosophy. Excuse me. The Greeks took our knowledge. Philosophy, math, science, the 7 liberal arts, whatever you want to call it. But they got it from the Egyptians. In the whole 10 years that I studied the Greek mythology, ain't never word came out, but they went anywhere and it got from somebody else. About 30 years ago, after being the master mason and, getting all the stories, I went to the northeast corner, a.k.a. Egypt, where Masada tell you ain't nothing there. They lying to y'all. They lying. That's where everything is. I'm still there. How about that? I left 30 years ago. I haven't left Egypt yet. Why? It's a state of mind and the concept that you can practice and use. That's what I've been doing. Now I'm teaching it to you. That's what I'm trying to show you. Now let me get this lesson out the way. Now I mastered Greek mythology, philosophy after 10 years of studying, and not a word about they didn't create this. This wasn't their creation. Every great Greek philosopher went to Egypt and got the knowledge and came back and became famous. But they didn't make Egypt famous. Calm down. To get personal at that point. Yeah, and I know that the Greeks who were famous for everything, guess what? I found out. They didn't create a damn thing. They stole everything and presented it to the world if it was there. I had to get that out. I feel like Little Richard. They stole everything. Yeah, pretty much. Nehast, they couldn't get that one. So they just took man. No, that's so. Okay, but that's where it comes from. No, it's from us. I know that the Greeks, who again I did that one, they stole our ancient ancestors' knowledge, but they still they just came and got it and presented it to the world if it was dead. I call it yeah. No, my man said, wait a minute, it's called borrowed knowledge. So they borrowed our knowledge and presented it to the world, okay, and call it their own. Yeah, I'm gonna be moving on. Okay, no more excuses. Let's get back to the lesson. Now, to them, thanks to them, God. No, they did humanize God. If you look at the Greek mythology, that's Zeus. That's my father. Okay, that would make me Thor or one of the Titans. My man, Zeus was a black man. Who are you? Ready? Cheated on his wife. Outside kids. Need I go farther? Okay, he wants them to do it too. So power in the wrong hands is very destructive. That's my point. Moving on. I just want to get that out. So now let's deal with my Christian people. Y'all the resurrectors. But you really got that concept way wrong and y'all won't admit it. So let me just bring it to your attention. For Christians, Muslims, and Jews, all y'all be the same nonsense. Resurrection, knowing thyself, okay, being Christ or anointed. What? With consciousness. Become Christ conscious. Now we're talking. Christ didn't exist as a human person. He's the archetype. He's the concept. Again, he's a principle. How about that, Christians? So let me say to you. To die and to be resurrected. Not physically. It's a symbolic concept. As a Mason, before I can teach you Masonry, I got to kill you. People hear that, no, but that's what I'm saying. It's symbolic. Why? I'm going to kill off the ignorant you and enlighten you to some stuff that you come here to get. That's the concept. So they got it, again, wrong. If you're telling me that I die in 3 days, I'm coming back, not happening. But if you tell me this is an astrological zodiac concept or the sun, it goes further south as it going. I did some homework, did my due diligence. Y'all sun worshippers. That's the sun. S-U-N, not S-O-N. I'm tired of getting that lesson, so I got to start beating that horse. But y'all resurrection story is flawed, misunderstood, mistaught, and misinterpreted, and y'all still riding it. At least if you get something wrong, you realize it's wrong, you would think to change. Moving on. And understand this. Die and to be resurrected from death in 3 days in the physical body ain't happening. Moving on. I have a problem with that concept. And when they believe in the body rising at the no. I have a problem with that. Okay? With religions that has God outside of man. Again, if God come in the Garden of Eden where he created man, okay, and Eve, whatever y'all stories, Christian concept, y'all, and he come asking where y'all at. That mean he ain't all knowing. That mean he ain't even inside them. Uh-oh, you wonder why they went astray. Really? Moving on. Okay, Christians, Catholics, Roman, whatever y'all call yourself. Whatever you call yourself, y'all made God human. I got a problem with that. Again, that's my problem with religion. All of them. God ain't human. We need to be more like him. He's not like us. He made us in his image. He didn't make himself in our image. We're making God in our image. That's ignorant, asinine, and I don't subscribe to that philosophy. That's all. I ain't got a problem with it, but that's not what I subscribe to. Freedom of choice. Now, spirituality, is making human beings God-like. By what? Living righteous and virtuous. That can be done. Making God human is impossible. I'm just saying. If y'all trying to make that, it ain't gonna work. It don't work, never work, it never will. Moving on. You just got it wrong. Moving on. I'm tired of fighting that nonsense. But spirituality is making human beings like with knowledge of self, knowing who you are, where spiritual beings having a human experience. Once we become conscious of that, we be better what? Human beings for it. Hello? Yeah, I'm fighting. Last one, yeah, before I just lose my mind up in here. So, the last one, right thinking philosophy. I call it my spiritual gumbo. Why? It's understanding all and can teach that all to you. When I know, I can teach. Why? I experience. I only know what I experience. I ain't give me a whole bunch of mump. No, no, no. I study, I learn, I understand. But guess what? I also experience. That's right thing, the philosophy caveat that makes it mine. You're getting my life experiences. Moving on, not to be ego tripping, but just to authenticate my point. Right thing, philosophy is my is a mystical, what they call mystical religion. Why? There's some secrets that once you esoterically learn them, they're a mystery to those who don't know. Not to you. That's you solve the mystery by what? Initiating in the mystery order so you can learn it. Now, right thing philosophy is a mystical religion and yoga philosophy. Again, and religions, uh-oh. I don't know what I wrote there. Mm-hmm. Religions deal on what? Beliefs. That's called their belief system. We don't deal in belief system. That wasn't part of what we did. Simple. I understand the purpose of religion again, with respect. In the past, for its goal is to what? Get you to God, enlighten you. But for some reason, it took a turn. Should have went left. The buddy said, should have made the turn at Albuquerque. Yeah, I should have realized your error and even corrected it. Let them go. Yeah. In the religion you practice, if the religion that you practice is not making you a better person, is not earning your blessings, is not respected because of the way you present it, you are practicing the wrong religion. Simple. I'm not being facetious, just being honest. Moving on. Now, in the contrary to that, counterpart, if your religion is getting you blessed on a daily basis, that's the right religion. That's right through the philosophy. I put the work in to earn my blessings on a day-to-day basis. You can do the same thing. Ain't nothing special. Just be your best self, offer self service, and handle every situation for the right purpose and do the right thing for the right reason. That ain't easy to do. But if you do that, there's a reward to come with that. That's my point. Wrapping it up again and taking it home. Religion is just living a philosophy. In Christian concept, dogma. That who somebody gave to you. Spirituality, right in philosophy, lives with our ancient ancestors' original concepts of who we were as a people. Hence, know thyself. Okay? Live it, learn it, practice it, implement it, and be it. I'm out and be the end of this lesson. Hope you got my point. Hope I made it make sense. I'll check it out in a minute, but there's no evidence to whatever it is. That's what it is anyway. And in closing, right thinkers, may you all live be 100, live me 100 minus a day. So I never know that right thinker like you and passed away, whether you're religious or not. Don't make a difference to me. We're all going to pass away.